I don't know how to use them.
No, they still suck. We're live, everybody! Hello, everybody! You know me. Okay, no, you don't, but you know who I am. I'm Lisa J. And right here is...
DJ.
And here is...
Your Small Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion of Picking, Mr. Liam Landry, Mr. NXT, Mr. Outside Main Roster.
Anyone but them?
Mr. MLW, because I've been watching a lot more of that.
Oh, cool.
So
I still need to get on with that. I just need to subscribe so that way I know when they have episodes, because I keep forgetting about it.
yeah, I mean, it's pretty regular, basically, every Saturday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so...
We're here because we had an idea, or should I say I had an idea, because I'm taking all credit for this, to have an award show, because, you know, no one else does for wrestling at all. It's a completely original idea, you know. And of course, that's a lie. A lot of people have award shows, but they don't have the SMARKIES.
No, they don't have the SMARKIES.
This is the first annual SMARKIES.
Yes, because we are the Smarky family, we wanted to do something special, and what we have come up with is the Smarkies Award Show. We have 15 categories, 14 where there were actually winners, and 1 which is our Hall of Fame. Yeah, so anything before we start?
No, I mean, it's pretty simple categories here. A lot of best ofs. We don't have like what was it? Ooh, there's some news group that have Hunk of the Year. That was awarded to Hangman Page this year.
Wow.
we don't have anything obscure like that, but yeah, let's get this started with.
Yeah, and just as a
though also if we had best looking, it would go to Kota Ibushi. Let's be realistic. Anyways, let's get started.
Up to debate for that, but but before we get started, we do want to say that everybody on this list is WWE. We did not have anyone outside of WWE, even though we have some people in our minds. DJ doesn't watch outside, so we just kept it. Yes, to be fair, and to not have it be as biased as it could have been, we kept it within the WWE, and I thought we had some pretty good picks and winners.
And we did a little point system where
we don't have to tell them how we did it.
Okay.
I was just saying. I was just letting them know.
That's true.
Letting everyone know that everything's WWE because for fairness. All right. In the first official Smarky is the potential star of 2019, and who do we think is going to have a big year this coming year? And our runner-up was Nikki Cross. She was down in NXT, a part of Sanity, was really big and popular, had a few women's championship opportunities, and had a really great last women's standing match against Asuka down in NXT. Since coming up to the main roster, she's only been in the Women's Royal Rumble as of this time, but we feel that 2019 could be a really big year for her. But there is someone we think will have a bigger year. Before we get to her, any thoughts on Nikki Cross from you, DJ?
I don't know much about her, but I did see her in the Royal Rumble. She had a really good showing. I think she was in there, maybe 10 minutes? Kind of a normal time. You know, I don't know. I do like the kind of crazy... I like Dean Ambrose, for example. So I kind of like the craziness, the crazy mind thinking inside your head, and that's kind of, right? Nikki Cross's character. So that's kind of why I like her. I don't want to say she'll be the best, because we do have a winner here, but she's my potential superstar just because I just hope WWE does it right with her. I don't hope they screw it up like they've been screwing up, but I just like the crazy minds, and I hope they go the right way with it. And hopefully, maybe this year or next year, hopefully by 2020, she has the title. That would be awesome.
Any thoughts on Nikki Cross?
I don't really have anything extra to add on to what y'all said. I think y'all covered it, covered all the ideas really. It's good to see that she's not really being played out up as a joke yet. You know.
Yeah, that is also
like you could have definitely seen Vince McMahon right in the Rumble for her to like jump over the top rope because she's just crazy and playing as a joke character.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the little battles that we win as fans of Nikki Cross is really good.
Yeah.
However, like we've been saying, there is one who has won the potential star of 2019, and that is Lacey Evans. We also saw her debut in the Women's Royal Rumble this year. Pretty sure she's also from NXT.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, mostly Liam on our side, sees a lot of great in her. She's really great on the mic, and she has a good look. She has a Vince McMahon look, so it makes sense that she's gonna have a big year.
Yeah, I would say that's what a lot of people kind of sleep on her with, is that I don't think they're understanding that is definitely the look that Vince McMahon would want to portray, and he's also a character guy, and she has she has her character really down packed, and good layers to it and all, and she also just has a lot of opportunity. She's also good in the ring, you know, not the greatest, but she is, you know, very serviceable in the ring, very good in the ring. Pulls off a pretty good moonsault, I think. You know, at least in my opinion, a good moonsault. I think a lot of people are giving her a rough time from there. I remember I've heard some people, I think it was Brian Alvarez, saying that it was a disgrace with her failed kip up. Though oddly enough, he did change his tune when he went and talked with Dave Meltzer. Because I think Dave Meltzer was saying that it was pretty fair for her to be nervous in front of that many people. That was also a big opportunity for her, being put early and put against some people. She was put up against Charlotte, put up against Natalia for a while. So that definitely shows that they think a lot of her to put her in that position, put her in for that long, to put her in the front. So yeah, it all kind of screams that she will have a top opportunity going into 2019.
And we did this list before we knew she was going to be number one in the Women's Royal Rumble as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Any last thoughts of yours for Lacey Evans?
No, not really. I don't know much about her, as you pointed out. So y'all kind of said it. I'm just glad, like you said, to see her up against Charlotte for a little while, and Natalia kind of shows that they can, you know, help her out during the match, because like you said, she was scared, like I was saying. So it was really good to put her up against some like easy competition that could, if she did screw up, make it look better, that she didn't screw up kind of thing. And I just hope in the future when they do have matches that kind of stuff can happen until she's ready to go kind of on her own. But we'll just have to wait and see.
All right, congratulations, Lacey Evans, for being the potential star of 2019 and getting the Smarkie for that. The next Smarkie is the most charismatic. Who has charisma in the WWE?
And this one was really close.
Well, we have our runner-up, Becky Lynch.
His
my
guy.
personal, my what?
Man.
Anyways, my personal favorite women's wrestler in the current roster right now. She is doing great work. She is making Ronda Rousey stumble upon her words. It is great. Especially since getting, after SummerSlam, the man gimmick, the Stone Cold Steve Austin style, like everyone is saying. She definitely has come a long way, and her charisma level has gone from I'm this babyface who's going to fight hard, win, and keep moving to the top, to I'm this babyface who everyone is on my side, and I'm not going to take any foolishness from anybody anymore. I'm just going to take what I want, what I deserve. I love it. Any thoughts?
No, I mean she was. It was very close. She's been very charismatic. It's just more. She's run up more because it's just near the end of the year that she's got time to shine like that. So we had to look at that in that perspective and why we give her the runner up instead of the top spot. You know, so that's mostly what we had to say about that.
Any thoughts of Becky, the runner-up?
Yeah, I do like the main character. She's one of the. If it wasn't for Ronda Rousey, I'd say she's the top woman in WWE right now.
She's definitely the top woman.
WWE doesn't think so, but I hope she wins the title again soon.
Sales.
We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I know we got somebody else who's very deserving as the winner. So in my opinion, it was a very close race. I kind of, now that looking back on it, I kind of wish Becky would have won, but everybody gets a shot in this, and Becky wasn't the winner. So
yes, and great segue because the winner was Velveteen Dream. He, since the start of the year, since War Games really, 2017 War Games, all the way throughout the December 31st, he has been on another level with charisma. One of my favorite things that he did was when he was in a tag match with Ricochet, Aleister Black, him, and EC3, and then he just gets hurt because EC3 hits him, and he's just like, nope, I'm out, I'm leaving, bye. And he just totally leaves EC3. It was when they were in the UK for that. That was a lot of fun. That was really funny. He's a really cool guy, and I can't wait to see more from him. And just his tweets saying, call me up, Vince, and the pants that said, call me up, Vince. He has balls that we never even thought existed.
Balls that you think you couldn't wrestle with. They're so big. But he's of course one of the most charismatic people in all of wrestling today. I would say one of the best parts to show him was when he was in TakeOver Phoenix and was just sitting in the crowd and getting cheers and everything, and was being one of the most over people in there.
And not only that, but eating that scenery too. And then he goes to each lady he's with, and he's like, "You hear that? Yeah, that's for me." Great stuff.
Yes, and he is the DREAM Dream with great promos and video segments and just great stuff to be able to do comedy work and serious stuff and pull off a wide range in all his work. It's done really well.
Yes, indeed.
And I do agree that he's done a lot of good work. What match was he in New Orleans? The ladder match that started off. And he did a lot of good selling there. But I've seen a couple of his promos, and his promos are phenomenal. I just hope the main roster does what they're supposed to do with this character. This is a potential. I compare him to AJ Styles. He's that good in the ring. Even a Seth Rollins for Raw. He plays his role really well. And there's not many people in the WWE, maybe even a Kevin Owens if you want to play him heel. I don't know, but I just like his style, his character with the pants. Vince called me up, you know. He's got guts, if you want to say balls, if you want to be PG-13. So, yeah, I like him.
Yes, congratulations, Velveteen Dream, for winning the Smarkie for most charismatic. And just the last thing to say is the dream is over in the Smarkie family.
Yeah.
All right, next is our best feud. Who had the best feud start from top to bottom? Well, we're about to let you know. Our runner-up, and that was Becky versus Charlotte. It's been going on since SummerSlam, so it didn't have a lot of time to shine. But once they planted those seeds, and once they really got going, and once they made the right decision by letting Becky win, that is when it just went into its next gear, and things just started growing for the best. They had one of the best matches of the year at the Evolution. So
we'll get to that later.
And their feud is still going. We'll see what happens in the new year. Potential to come back onto this list depending on how it goes. Regardless of all that, what did you think about our runner-up feud?
Oh, I think it had really great matches to it, and it just had a lot of heat behind it. If it that wasn't necessarily intended beforehand, but it certainly is what it came out to be. It's very reminiscent of the Daniel Bryan situation, but I think they've understood it a lot faster than they did with the Daniel Bryan situation and put it in that position. So it allowed her to just kind of carry on. There was a little hiccup when it came to Survivor Series because they had to hug and stuff, but beyond that, it was a very solid feud with a lot of
And
people behind
even then, for Survivor Series, Becky was able to retcon it and said, "Oh yeah, when I'm concussed, I accidentally hug the people I don't like," which was great.
Damn you, Nia Jax.
Yes.
Forcing them to hug each other.
Hey, your thoughts on Becky versus Charlotte feud?
No, unlike you, Isa, I did like the matches they had together, just because, and the promos, not because of who won or who the right winner was. If that's how you vote, I don't know exactly, but that doesn't really matter. They had one of the best feuds of the year. When you didn't have that long, maybe 6 months to showcase your thing, and you had AJ Styles and The Miz, who had a feud longer than that. I mean, 6 months, like you said, is not a long time to showcase what you got, and for them to do it in that short amount of time is pretty amazing. I'm kind of surprised they didn't win.
Well, that's because of who our winners actually were. They've been feuding since 2017. Feud stayed strong from the start of 2018 all the way to the end. In only 2019 did they start to reconcile. And that was Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. What a feud it has been, putting on 3 of the best matches in NXT takeovers back to back to back.
Starting with New Orleans.
Starting with New Orleans, having a great one in Chicago 2, and Brooklyn 4, capping it off perfectly. There's no way it couldn't have been these guys. It was almost unanimous.
It was that top level storytelling that we haven't really seen in WWE for a while, and haven't really seen too much in wrestling in general. It was very advanced in the department, along with very advanced wrestling and very advanced storytelling in the actual wrestling matches as well. Very well thought out matches, and it also started off with a great build up there. I know you guys weren't watching it at the time, but the NXT, when you had Johnny Gargano being built up to be a number 1 contender for Almas's championship, it was a very, very big deal, and you legitimately thought he could do it. Then to see afterwards, after a heartbreaking defeat, to be attacked and betrayed, it was a big stunner there. Then you just go into a series of great matches and great storytelling, and even going after the matches are done, going to turning Johnny Gargano evil and everything. It's still kind of going on, still progressing as a feud into different levels. So it's definitely a easy number 1 pick.
Yeah, the complexity of this feud is continuing to grow, and it's great. Your thoughts, sir?
I don't know much about them because I'm your SmackDown guy, but I did see their match at NXT New Orleans, and it was phenomenal. It was
5 stars.
Yeah, it was your A+ match. Not many matches on the main roster get A+, but NXT gets a lot of them.
Wait, just thought of something. A new rating system for matches that has wrestlers' names. So if it was phenomenal, it was an AJ Styles match. Because he's the phenomenal. If it was awesome, it was The Miz.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
would do that. Yeah.
And if it was not cool,
Okay, so it was an AJ Styles type of match. Got it. All right. No, but I mean, just from it's AJ Styles, like, if I gotta use wrestlers' names now, it's just from start to finish, their matches. I know if they do go up, they're not going to go up at the same time, obviously. Maybe in WWE, but I just hope if they have a few in WWE, that WWE appreciates how much the fans liked it in NXT to have it just as good on the main roster. I really hope so, because I did like their feuds, and I'm glad they are on.
Yes, congratulations, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa for winning the SMARKIE for Best Feud.
That really makes me think of them going to the main roster and having to go through counseling. This reminds me a lot of the Bayley versus Banks feuds.
Let's hope the changing of the guard is going to happen before they get there. Anyways, it's the best pay-per-view. Which pay-per-view from start to finish had really great storytelling?
Do we
really
even
great
need
matches.
a runner-up?
Yes, we do.
Damn.
And that runner-up was Backlash.
Congratulations to the runner-up. It was the WWE Evolution, all-women's pay-per-view. Something that could have just been seen as a gimmick pay-per-view, something that could have been seen as a complete and total failure. However, they gave the production to Triple H, which was smart, and even though they did not have a great build, a horrible build, rather, the show was amazing. It had some of the best matches on the card. The last woman standing match, the Battle Royale was amazing. The 6-woman tag match that had no business being as great as it did with the Riot Squad versus Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Natalya. Great stuff. Kept just entertained. Liam and I from start to finish. Give us some thoughts on yours on this pay-per-view.
It was a really great overall pay-per-view. You know, you're saying that a bad build-up to it, probably the worst of any pay-per-view on the main roster that year.
What?
But it still came about as really strong. They were able to show a lot more creativity. They allowed the Riot Squad to really, I'm sure, have a lot more input in the development of their matches. I definitely know Ruby Riott to be someone who's actually very smart when it comes to storytelling and selling and everything like that. So it's something that's she's been hindered on in the main roster. So it allowed a lot of people to break free and show what they can do. They had the ability to redo the Royal Rumble basically by having a much better one than at the actual Royal Rumble events. So it was better in that regard. It was better. Like every best women's matches on the main roster that year, most of them happened there, with just a few outsiders. 1 or 2 happening on other pay-per-views, but the best ones were here, and the weak points was still a lot better than a lot of main roster pay-per-views.
Yes, totally. And there's so many matches that we could go down, but if you want to hear our thoughts on that, go watch our reactions video and go watch our review video on Evolution. Unfortunately, DJ was not around at the time when the show was on. But
I do have some thoughts on it. Evolution, I didn't watch it, obviously. I wasn't around, as Issa said, but it's hard when you have a pay-per-view stuck. Say you have 4 weeks stuck in between the middle of those 4 weeks. And it's kind of hard to decide if you're going to change a champion or not. Because you have this pay-per-view coming up and you're trying to build for basically 2 pay-per-views in 4 weeks, which is almost impossible to do. And for Evolution to have high demand with basically, because of a pay-per-view so close afterwards, that you couldn't really build it up. You had a horrible Rumble, so what did people think your Battle Royale was going to be? Probably just as bad. But they found a way, and they let Triple H, I don't know why they don't let Triple H run it now, but Triple H, it looked like Triple H ran it, and it was really, really done really well. I'm glad they were runners-up. I wish they could have been winners, but we got something even better.
Yeah, our first of 2 unanimous decisions here. There wasn't going to be any other pay-per-view from WWE that could top this for us. It was NXT TakeOver New Orleans with a 5-star ladder match, a 5-star match to finish the night with Johnny and Ciampa, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa again, where we talked about just the last Smarky. Also, a good women's match between not
Ember Moon
and
Shayna
Baszler.
And I
Thank
think
you, Liam. And there was 2 more matches. The tag match.
You had the Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era versus AOP versus.
We'll talk about that later.
Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne.
Yeah. It was a really good card.
One more match. Aleister Black versus, I believe it was Andrade Cien Almas.
On NXT Championship.
Yes, all 5 of those matches were pristine, amazing.
Yes,
I popped so hard when Adam Cole, baby, won the North American Champion, the inaugural champion, and these guys have a little bit of extra knowledge to shoot about this pay-per-view because they were there. What did you think about it? The winner.
It was great. It was a great live feel there. And, you course had starting off with the band playing and having some musical entrances, which are always nice productions to see. I don't believe there was a lot of AR there, so it was that's good for the live audience.
What's AR?
The augmented reality that they've been using.
Yeah.
So it was a very good overall night. Everyone was very hyped and wanted to be there. It was a lot of good feelings. How about you, DJ?
Yeah, it was. I know NXT has pay-per-views where you could easily pick a bad match, even though none of them are bad in my opinion in any NXT pay-per-view. I don't think there was a bad match that night. I really don't. It might not have been 5-star. May not have been 4-star. But every match at least got like a B- in my opinion. Or even a B. It was just, you start off a match with a 6-man ladder match. And, I mean, when Triple H takes over this company, it's going to be phenomenal. Because I can just see what he does with NXT. It's awesome. It's crazy. It was a fun night to be there. Everybody, like Liam said, everybody wanted to be there because everybody knew what NXT is going to be. Yeah, you're there at the WrestleMania because it's a big event. It's like the Super Bowl of wrestling, but all the matches are going to be great. And an NXT pay-per-view event, yes, all the matches are great. Most of them are 5-star, and it wasn't boring at all.
Congratulations, NXT TakeOver New Orleans for winning the Smarkie for Best Pay-Per-View. Next Smarkie is the most underrated superstar. These are individuals that WWE or the fans or both, usually both, just don't see the potential, the greatness that they have, but we definitely have seen this. And our runner-up is my favorite in absolution, Sonya Deville. Since joining the main roster and getting to watch her on Raw when I was watching it and reviewing it, and being able to see all of the talent that she has, and even now today, seeing all the acting chops that she has, seeing all the intensity, the greatness of her promos, the greatness of her in-ring ability, to see her go up against Asuka, hold her own in the Battle Royale, and actually seem like a credible threat for that title. I want Sonya to be pushed to the moon, to the next Nebula. I want her pushed so hard to be a champion, a dominant champion, because she is great. Any thoughts for Sonya Deville?
Yeah, I think she's a very good talent, underutilized, and it's very she's very good in her character work, and it's very underutilized that she didn't get that feud that was clearly set up between her and Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
And she just really does need more, especially since Mandy Rose is out doing something else. And I thought it was pretty interesting qualifier when you put best your favorite in Absolution.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, out of these two women, this one woman is my favorite.
Well, there was a third.
So you put her above Paige?
Yes.
Okay.
Your thought?
Yeah, no, I'm done.
Your thoughts on Sonya?
Yeah, I would have loved to see
Yeah,
that
that's
feud
it.
with Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. I do like when they put younger talent together.
I want to see about it later.
Okay.
Yep.
Sonya Deville is like I was saying, I always like it when they put younger talent together. It's really good when they do that because I feel like they can work together better. They know each other better from NXT. I don't know if they were in NXT together, but to get them started on the main roster, go with somebody you know. I would have loved to see that. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, but that's not going to happen. I hope they do push her more. I hope they push a lot of the women more. After Ronda Rousey leaves, I'm hoping that's a gateway for the WWE to push women more. We'll just have to wait and see. And hopefully we'll see less and less women on this most underrated topic every year.
Had a couple more words.
No, I was going to say that after you say the winner.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
And our winner of the most underrated, the one we want to see people or WWE do a lot more with, is Ruby Riott. Congratulations, Ruby. Leader of the Riot Squad. She has such good storytelling, like Liam said earlier. She has great in-ring ability. An interesting look, to say the least. Could be your thing, could not be. But overall, someone who should have more opportunities and not be made to look like a fool each and every time she's there. Your thoughts?
I was, like I said, I was waiting for this because I saw the feud between Sonya Deville and Ruby Riott when they were in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
It was even after they were technically called up to the different brands, but they were still keeping it going. But it was very good in there. Like I said, both did work, and Ruby did even more work. She had really great selling in there. She was selling her leg really well, but was still trying to do some of her traditional moves, even stuff off the ropes, like springboard stuff, but still selling the leg perfectly. She really could teach people like Seth Rollins how to sell the leg. It was very good, and that's why I wanted to kind of wait because I didn't want to, because it would fall. But yeah, they both did really well there, and it both showed why they were really underrated talents going on the main roster and not really being able to do anything there. But she's very creative, very good. She was actually very interesting. She got into wrestling really late. Actually, it was like in her mid-20s, so not even maybe a few years before going to the WWE. But she basically went to an event that was being held in some bar in there, and she really just kind of liked it from there. I really ran with it, so.
Definitely a interesting story of how to start.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts on Ruby?
Oh yeah, Ruby. I kind of thought when they first came out with the Riot Squad, Ruby, Liv, and Sarah Logan, that they were gonna be like the Shield of the women's division, and every other week or every couple of weeks they would take out somebody. They were taking out Charlotte for the longest. Charlotte had to fight all the members of the Riot Squad. It was kind of cool to see, but it's like, can WWE keep a storyline long enough to keep somebody relevant? And this was one of their cases where they kind of didn't. They never really gave Ruby Riott an actual storyline. I mean, I don't know if Issa or Liam could remember, but I can't really remember a feud she's had.
She just recently had one with Natalia, which was weird.
But it didn't. But right, you see what I'm saying? it's not even a feud anybody wants.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of it's just I don't know. I just hope she's used better because I do like her wrestling style. Yes, like Issa said, it's a weird character of choosing the character, you know, clothing and all, but it's not my thing. But I do like how take charge, you know, the mean style. I do like all of that. That is my thing. But if you're not going to use her right, what's the point of even having her on in WWE? So I hope they do more with her.
Yeah, we all do, which is why she won the Smarkie for most underrated. Congratulations, Ruby. We see your talent
And your potential.
Hopefully, others will soon as well. All right, our breakout star of 2018. Who came in 2018 and had a year where it's just phenomenal? No, it's not AJ Styles. The runner-up was Johnny Gargano, and this one was very divided. It was like 2 points to the win here. Johnny just got the runner-up, and he's had a great year of being the biggest babyface to slowly becoming a dastardly heel. Not until SummerSlam, to where he fully turns heel on Aleister Black. Great storytelling, great character work, great matches. Your thoughts on Johnny Gargano?
There's some really great on-the-fly storytelling as well, because, you know, they had to book that after Aleister Black got injured.
Yeah.
They had to make that happen. I you know, it would have been my choice. It was just me by myself. I thought he was really top there. He's really captured everyone's heart as a babyface, mostly out of nowhere, because he was coming off of a losing streak in 2017. He was you know, I mean, even before that, it was just with a tag team. That's what he was really known as. But to come in as a singles competitor, to really win the hearts and be the ultimate underdog, to go into being the dastardly heel, it shows a really great range of character. And he was the guy in NXT for so long, now going by Mr. Takeover. I think it shows very high pedigree, because it of course compares him to Shawn Michaels, and he really is that. He is really the main guy there. You can't have NXT Takeover build without having Gargano in there at some spot.
Mm-hmm. Your
Yes,
thoughts on Johnny?
I do agree a lot with what Liam said there. Johnny Gargano is basically Mr. Takeover. He's one of the best wrestlers I've seen in a long time. I think he's going to do great on the main roster when he gets there, pending what WWE does with him. His wrestling won't be affected, but his storylines might be. But he is, I kind of agree with Liam now that I'm looking back on it, is a great break. Should have been winner, but he didn't win, so I'm sorry to say that. But
that's because
he wait, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
He had some great matches with Ciampa. It was Ciampa, sorry, but it was like one of the greatest feuds of the year. We talked about that already. So yeah, I just hope he keeps it up.
Not 1-0. It was the best.
Yes, I know.
And with that opinion, I call emergency revote.
Sorry, that cannot happen, because there was someone else who just had a moment, took that moment, and became the biggest thing in wrestling. Bigger, I feel, than Johnny Gargano, and that's Becky Lynch. Your winner, breakout star, Becky Lynch. Once she had match after match after match and just constantly winning, getting everyone on her side, attacking Charlotte, and everyone is on her side even more, actually cheering for it and booing Charlotte, taking the man gimmick, running with it so much that people are just completely on board with it. You have Seth Rollins, Austin Creed, or Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, John Cena, and others saying this. Mick Foley wearing the man shirt in support of Becky Lynch. All of these superstars, all of these people that we hold their wrestling opinion in high esteem, giving her this much of a spotlight, it had to have been Becky. It is Becky. Your thoughts for Breakout Star?
Yeah, she did really well when it came to the end of the year there. Really had her moment to shine, like we talked about before. And really good matches as it came to the end. So I will always say I still feel Gargano had a more dominant presence year round, this entire year from the very beginning, because it was back in the takeover before the Royal Rumble, which had been Takeover Philadelphia, where he had his match against Solomon. So it was really from beginning to end that he had this long run. So that's why I wanted to go for him. But Becky Lynch is getting more popular, is really getting a lot of people excited for it. Sadly enough, with the bad writing and bad feuds around it, it's not really bringing in the numbers. I think if WWE was better overall, they would have a bigger peak in ratings. But she is getting a lot more attention, a lot more people behind her.
And that pop at the Royal Rumble when she won, none of what this year happened was a part of our votes, but just to see in hindsight, especially now after the Royal Rumble, she's doing a lot of greatness. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought Becky Lynch took this main thing and turned it around. Is that the reason she's getting the pop? Yeah, it's... I hate to say it, it's from like August when SummerSlam starts till now. It's until December because our voting doesn't happen. But even now, it's still going strong. I'm kind of on Liam second guessing myself for not picking Gargano, but that's neither here nor there. It's just Becky probably would have been a better choice. I wouldn't be second guessing myself if WWE could do better writing, like Liam was saying. But maybe in the future they will, and they'll let people shine where they're supposed to shine. I hope the ratings do go up, because when they move to Fox, I want Becky to be able to shine on SmackDown for the 2 hours. It would be awesome. So I congratulate Becky. Wasn't my pick, but she did have a great run this year.
Yeah, oddly enough, if they did have better writing, then Becky probably wouldn't be in the spot she's in. Because if they actually got their attention, made her the actual dastardly heel.
Yeah. I could see that.
Becky had a chance, had a moment, and she exceeded. So congratulations, Becky Lynch, for winning the Smarkie for Breakout Star of 2018. Now, it is the final category of the bottom 7 before we get to our Hall of Fame, and that is the most improved, who from start to finish had maybe not the best year, but ended on such a strong note where we have to say we were wrong about you. Our runner-up was Becky Lynch. She didn't really get her foot wet in the pool of life inside the WWE until later on, when she got the man gimmick. That's a very weird metaphor.
He really lost it.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Yeah, she's always been good, but just this new character change, this new aura has definitely helped her out. Your thoughts on the runner-up?
I had a feeling this might happen, the main gimmick, just because she'd get the title, then she'd lose. She'd get a big spot, then she'd lose it. She was going to pop at some point. She was going to blow up at some point. And what better way to do it than with the main gimmick and getting her pissed at and her best friend, basically. You know, she knows Charlotte very well from their days in NXT and wrestling together. They've been wrestling since NXT and still now. I really think she is the most improved. Should she have been winner? Yes or no? It was it was kind of close in the votings, but this was one of the best feuds that she's had. It hasn't been her feud's basically been her and Charlotte 90% of the time. So it's been pretty easy why we picked Becky, but Becky is the most improved. At least runner-up.
It's a runner-up because it's not like it came out of nowhere, because she was a competent wrestler before. It was just more the character change I gave her, and we said before in the last category about her character work and what it has allowed her to do, and so I don't think there's need to be too much to talk about this topic. Can we go right into our winner?
Yes, the winner was Carmella. She started off. She was still the Money in the Bank winner, but
she was also a person everyone thought was going to lose.
Yeah,
the first women's Money in the Bank.
No one really saw the talent in the ring. She's been good on the mic, but she wasn't meeting her.
People were saying that if it was moonwalking competition, she would do well, but they weren't thinking of her as a serious wrestler.
And then she ended up winning. She cashed in after the Iconics beat down Charlotte. She had a match where she beat Charlotte very clean, where everyone still is just not on board. Had a feud with Asuka where it made Asuka look dumb and just people still not on board. And then she had a triple threat match out of nowhere with Becky Lynch and Charlotte, and she not only held her own, she did most of the work in that match. And every match since then that she's had, she has improved in so many ways, and she has made believers out of the three of us. Your thoughts on the winner?
And that's the reason why she won, is that it was the biggest change that I think everyone, I don't know if anyone before this was thinking of that, and I would definitely question anyone who said they were. But yeah, it was a big change, definitely in the ring, and just overall, now she's a very popular babyface as the year went on. So going from heel to face, that was very nice turn, winner of the mixed match challenge and everything. So it ended up being a very good year for her with the fans and getting more over and people thinking that Carmella is money. So
your thoughts on the winner?
Carmella did win the title, obviously. I didn't like how they booked her winning the Money in the Bank with her boyfriend helping her. But all in all, she was able to move along and get the win the title, then get the triple threat match. Win the mixed challenge, mixed tag challenge, like Liam was saying. It's just been a great year for her. The fans are starting to like her more, I think, because she's paired with R-Truth. That helps out a lot. But even on her own, she's been doing great work as well. So congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, Carmella, for winning the Smarkie for Most Improved. Now we're going to take a break from the Smarkies awards by giving us, or not giving us, but telling you guys who are in the Smarkies Hall of Fame. And there's only 3 people, one for each of us, each year from now until we die. And first person will be
4 more years.
DJ, who is your first?
Yeah, I don't.
Who is the first person inducted into the Smarkie Hall of Fame?
I don't think y'all got how dark my comment was.
It was very dark.
Yeah,
I just chose to ignore it.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I understood. That's why I went with you. I knew what you were doing. No, but Shawn Michaels. I pick him just because. Now, The Rock could have gone in his place too. because I do like The Rock's mic style. He gets you. Now, next year might be The Rock, but I just went with a fast pick. My brain wasn't thinking right. I should have gone with The Rock. But I picked Shawn Michaels because of his mic. He can talk on the mic. He's very good with the NXT. He's part of NXT, right? Helping.
Oh yeah, he does a career
Right.
now.
He's very good, with helping younger talent. He's very good in the ring. He was always a great wrestler. I just liked him. With DX, he did really well with them. I've watched since we have the network now. I watched many videos of DX and him fighting, and I can see why the crowd liked him, and that's why, mostly for his voice on the mic, but his wrestling style was very. I'm into the fast-paced style of wrestling, and that's kind of why I chose him, just because he's kind of fast-paced, has the sweet chin music as his finisher, and that's why I chose him to be in the first pick of Hall of Fame for the SMARKIES. Congratulations.
Liam Landry, who is our second inductee of the SMARKIES Hall of Fame?
It's going to be CM Punk, mostly because he needs to be inducted somewhere. He's not going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, so I'll induct him into ours. And I mean, it's mostly done with professional wrestling. I think the latest news is going to be an announcer for some MMA group.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty convincing that he's not going to be coming back into the ring. But yeah, he's great talent on the mic, in the ring. Really helped shape wrestling as it is today, along with Shawn Michaels. The other choice. So he's a great talent, and he should be appreciated for his abilities in the ring.
Yeah, and then the final inductee of the SMARKIES Hall of Fame is Bruno Sammartino. Recently passed last year. We would not have the WWE the way we do if it was not for this man. He was a part of the WWF, winning the champion. He's one of the longest champion holders of all time, and that's for both of his reigns. And when he was a part of the WWF, he did a lot backstage. He is highly regarded to anyone who talks about him. He had one of the best memorial video vignettes to start a Raw that I've seen in a while. And they always do good, but they put a little bit extra for this man. I was not around, obviously, for when he was there, but reading about his accolades, reading about what he's done for the business, and reading about everything that he was able to help forge. Thank you, Bruno Sammartino, for allowing us to be fans of wrestling. Because without you, we probably wouldn't have it. So he is our third and final pick of the 2018 or 2019 SMARKIES. Congratulations to all three men. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. All right. Now it's time for the big
Yes.
rewards now. And it's the best title run.
No.
Yes, the best title run. Who had a title run in 2018 to where we were like, wow, he is the champion of that year? We had some pretty good ones in our nominations, but our runner-up is AJ Styles.
We also said he, she, or them.
He, she, or them.
Yes.
Correct.
I'll start
Because
with.
this is both genders
all
and
genders.
even tag teams.
Yeah.
I
Our
guess-
runner-up was AJ Styles.
I'll start this off since I'm the smart SmackDown guy. Oh, you gotta do yours. Sorry. I forgot.
I'll come to you next. AJ Styles became champion around out of nowhere in the house show in 2017, and he held that title since then. He had feuds with Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan, and a couple of others where it was like, okay, heck yeah, this guy, he's got some skills. we already knew that, but he really showcased them this year. Your thoughts on AJ Styles' title run?
Yes. I would have liked to see the Usos in this category. They did have a good title run on SmackDown as well. Very deserving. Maybe in the future they'll get this, but I did like AJ Styles. His title run lasted almost a whole year. If it wasn't for Daniel Bryan coming back, I think he'd still have it today. He's just that great of a wrestler. He is number one for a reason. I don't know. It's just when he's in the ring, I'm that fast-paced wrestler again. The way WWE writes, they do it wrong, but when they let him go freely, you can see it's better. It's done better. His wrestling is fast-paced. I like that. And he just had a great title, and his promos are awesome. On SmackDown, he can get you going. I mean, whether it's in the beginning, middle, or end, if you're tired, he'll wake you up. I mean, he's just that type of person. Liam?
Yes, he definitely became the champ that runs the camp WWE, which I guess never really got a renewal. Did it? I don't remember.
I didn't watch
it. But it was...
No, not really.
But, he definitely helped WWE along, especially since the other main champ during the time wasn't really there. So he really helped balance things out and actually get people to care about the main events of pay-per-views because of that. So, yeah, a good run for all those reasons that were stated.
Yes, and our winner of Best Title Run is the Undisputed Era. They were champions before 2018, and they left 2018 as champions as well. It's not hard.
I can't do
UE.
I can't do the E. I can't twist my fingers like that.
Well, ouch. But yeah, Undisputed Era. I mean,
there you go. I can't twist my fingers.
That arm above. Yes.
Okay, close enough.
But yeah, like you're saying, these guys before and after were champions. They had, for the majority, the best matches in all the takeovers. Undisputed Era in the when Roderick Strong turned on Pete Dunne in New Orleans.
Yep.
That was an amazing match.
That was.
When against Oni
Loney
Lork and Danny Burch. Loney
Lork and Danny Burch.
Yes, that guy. That match was amazing. Then bloody War Games. How could you not enjoy what they did?
And the matches against British Strong Style.
And all their matches against British Strong Style. And even though they did, for like a couple weeks, lose the title, they got it right back.
They were just doing a favor for TakeOver UK.
And their match in the UK against Mustache Mountain and against British Strong Style, like you were saying, everything about these guys are amazing. Your thoughts?
I mean, I don't know how much more you can say other than just being very over with the crowd and really great series of matches. A very great strong run with that. It may have ended in 2019, but we're not counting those in these awards. So it was a very good strong run with only one hiccup in there and a great series of matches against a wide range of competitors as well.
I'm not a big NXT guy. I didn't see a majority of their matches, but the one I did see in New Orleans was very, very good. So I would say just because of that one match, and this is a strong statement, they should be the winners.
And they are. Congratulations, Undisputed Era, for the best title run of 2018. All right, next, we're just going to go into the best tag match.
Okay.
And our runner-up was, and you guys are going to be really annoyed with this, but our runner-up was Undisputed Era versus Loney Orkin and Danny Burch. in TakeOver Chicago 2.
Lonnie Orkin's really going to be upset with you.
Yes, he is.
You ever seen his tweet? He said that I have a match in NXT tonight, and if the NXT and WWE Twitter writers don't tweet about it, I'm going to smack them.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, this is where Liam's joke. Well, I'll let him tell you about that joke came from. This is where the fast-paced title defenses in WWE, specifically NXT, really took precedent with these champions. And they don't play the cowardly heels. They play just a really smug and we're going to beat you down heels. These guys are amazing. Undisputed Era. And Lonnie Orkin and Danny Burch were just as good. They held their own without a doubt in this match. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was overall really great. I was a fan of Lonnie Orkin and Danny Burch before that and before they made the tag teams. So I thought it was a really great run to that point. And I just thought it was a really good series. Well, it was a really good match here. And just from beginning to end, it was very intense, very hard-hitting, and very action-packed. The joke we were talking about is, I was saying afterwards, felt like I needed a cigarette because it was that thrilling, how much of a rush.
Your thoughts?
I don't have much to say on it. Yeah, I don't have really anything.
Yeah, I don't think you were able to make it that.
No.
But yeah, go watch it. It's a great match.
Okay, thank you.
It's the runner-up. One beat it though. One was better, and it was the Undisputed Era, portrayed by Adam Cole, Bebe, and Kyle O'Reilly, versus Pete Dunne and the team of Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong, before a little heel turn, versus the authors of Pain, Razor and Akam. There's his name. Yeah, this was at TakeOver New Orleans, and it had one of the craziest finishers where Roderick Strong just turns on Pete Dunne and joins Undisputed Era to give them their lengthy reign and have it continue. They had one of the fastest triple threat tag matches out there, non-stop, back and forth. You didn't know who was going to win. AOP showing up to wrestle here in this match. I absolutely loved it, and when they gave it to Undisputed Era, I was smiling ear to ear. Your thoughts, Liam?
This was it's a real intense matchup here. It had the ability to allow a lot of wrestlers really shine through it, showing off their best qualities. It was real action-packed, real good storytelling in there, and a real big turn that most people didn't see coming. And it was just really entertaining overall.
Your thoughts?
Where was this match again?
New Orleans.
Yeah, that was the New Orleans one. Yeah, it was a really, really good match. It went back and forth a lot. This is the one where Pete Dunne turned on him?
Roderick Strong turned on him.
Roderick Strong turned on. Right.
Pete Dunne, yes.
Okay, I thought so. And that was shocking. I was surprised. And it just had so many storylines all bottled up into one match, and it was really good to see. And that's just one match can sell you on an NXT event because all the matches are that good. So congratulations.
Next, congratulations all 6 men involved to make this match amazing. And for this match to win the best women's match, our runner-up is the SummerSlam triple threat with Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Carmella. And there are reasons why this one didn't win that we'll get to in a little bit. But this is the match where Carmella not only showed that she should have been champion all this time, but showed that everyone doubting her was wrong to begin with. this is where we had the greatest heel turn of all times, and a lot of great action. Completely.
Yeah, it certainly was the funniest comedic moment of all time in WWE history. But it was a really good matchup there. I'd say the only one who didn't get enough to put in there was Charlotte. Becky and Carmella both looked really great in there, and overall it was a very good match put together.
Mm-hmm. Your thoughts on this match? SummerSlam Triple Threat?
It was Asuka, Carmella, and Charlotte, or Charlotte.
Charlotte, Becky,
and Carmella. Yeah, this was actually a really great match. It was one of the better women's matches of the year. I liked it. All three women did some great things in there. I wasn't expecting Carmella to do as much as she did in that match. That's one of the reasons why I was glad it at least got runner-up. Kind of wish it would have won, because it was one of the greater women's matches, but we'll get to the winner.
Yeah, we're going to get to the winner right now, but the reason why this one didn't win is because they had the wrong winner in that match. However, this match, the last woman standing match, had the correct outcome. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte, last woman standing. Becky Lynch wins. That match is your best women's match of the year. It happened at WWE Evolution. Yeah, it was really good. It had a lot of hard-hitting action, wonky officiating, but we've come to expect that in WWE. A lot of great storytelling, a lot of hard-hitting, and one of the funniest moments where Charlotte uses a ladder to put the figure 8 on, and it looks like nothing is happening. It actually makes the figure 8 look easier to take, but that's besides the point. It was a lot of fun. It was a great match.
Yeah, no, very hard hitting. They really put themselves through a lot in this matchup, and it was just a lot of good action and good storytelling throughout.
Yeah, it kind of shows why WWE is the toughest wrestling brand, just because, as we all know, the wrestlers do wrestle in live events during the week, and to have this pay-per-view Evolution so close to another pay-per-view is just amazing. And they did take a lot of bumps. I didn't watch this live, but I went back and watched it, and it was really, really, it was a really good match. I didn't vote on this match to win because of who won, just because it was a short time to get a match ready and to have two women fight that have been fighting on SmackDown every week, and that, fight all over. It's just, to do this much fighting is hard work on a body, and for them to do it, in big spots so often, it's just amazing. So congratulations.
Yes, and congratulations, Becky and Charlotte, for putting on the best women's match and getting that SMARKIE. All right, the last of the matches is the best men's match, singles. And yeah, here we go. Our runner-up is Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Cien Almas. It was a fantastic match. I'm pretty sure this one hit the 5-star rating. We watched it before we watched the Royal Rumble last year, and we were just, Liam and I, ear to ear, loving every second of it. One of the best matches of the year, and this was from TakeOver Philadelphia.
Actually, I can say how good it was because I rewatched it with y'all. Because I watched it the night before, then I wanted y'all to rewatch it.
That's right, yeah.
The day of.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And I remember you being really excited to watch it again.
Yeah. Yeah, so that shows how much I want to see. I just want to re-watch it the very next day. It was just so much great back and forth, great action there, and just the build up to it was really wonderful as well. And they had so much, fire in there. The women getting involved as they did. Really great storytelling, psychology, action, good points, using slower points than quicker points to really get a good flow and good pacing in the match. It was really solid all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I did like how because I went back after I did watch it the day of the Royal Rumble last year, but it was phenomenal. It was awesome. It was a great match. And then I went back a couple weeks later and watched some of the storytelling. Whew! Can NXT put on some storytelling? They're just great at storytelling. And this, it wasn't as good as a winner, obviously, but Andrade Cien Almas is, he's Andrade now. But he's going to win the title. And it's going to be sooner rather than later, in my opinion.
And to talk about who our winner was, it was Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa at TakeOver New Orleans. The other 5-star match that Johnny had last year. It was an unsanctioned street fight or something like that. Yeah. And again, they were there. I was not. Seeing it take place, seeing all of the callbacks, seeing all of the action, seeing the ruthlessness between the two, you really felt like these guys wanted to kill each other. It was a great match. I absolutely loved it. And in this one, Johnny did win. What can you say other than, well, for me, this was a fantastic match. Some thoughts of being there?
I mean, it's simple to go and say there's a difference between when you watch a match and think, man, that was a really great match, and then when you walk away from something like this and thinking, wow, that was really next level. That was really a great experience overall. It was pretty fantastic in there, and you think it was just so amazing, and all the setup, like you said, all the callbacks, the real emotional drama. It hit on so many different levels. It really came through and really changed the game when it came into being. It was just really, it's really difficult to put it into words. Just how the wow factor I came from after watching it, especially live.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. Was this the one when they moved some of the padding?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, that part was amazing in this match. And it's pretty sad when you can say that the best NXT TakeOver match will be better than anything on WrestleMania night, basically. Or the whole card in general was better than WrestleMania as a whole. And this match was phenomenal. There was no exception. I mean, I was like, when they removed the padding, I said to myself, I'll believe what's gonna happen now. It was like Liam said, you had to be there to get that next level type of moment feeling. I know you had something close to that when Issa, when you were watching it.
I didn't feel I may not have felt what y'all felt there, right, but I still felt that it was how next level it was, like Liam said. Also, everyone chanting "You deserve it" to Ciampa after he gets his head blasted into his back blasted into the concrete.
Yeah.
The crowd was also next level.
Yeah, and it was a great match. It just shows you how Triple H is gonna take WWE to next level when he does get that opportunity to take over. So, congratulations to Ciampa and Gargano.
You put on one heck of a match.
Yes.
Yeah. So now we're into our single team or single wrestler. Who was the best this year? Who could it have been? And we're about to let you guys know. We're gonna go start with their tag teams. Who was the best?
Such a mystery.
Yeah.
Can't look at our past awards and guess.
Who was our? Yeah, so true.
It was the
let's go to our runner-up. Our runner-up was the Usos. These guys have been on SmackDown since the brand shift, and they've been tag team champions for the start of it and a couple of times in between as well. Lost it at WrestleMania to the Bludgeon Brothers, got it back a little while later, then lost it to the Bar.
Yes.
At the end of it.
And never won it back since.
But because of their back and forth title losses and wins, and some good defenses, but some things a little bit questionable, we couldn't give them the win here. But these guys really put on a great. These guys are great at wrestling. These guys are great at tag team wrestling. They're brothers, and they're twins, and they have that twin chemistry that Liam and I wish we could have. But yeah, these guys did a lot of good for the company this year, and it's only deserving that they get at least a runner-up here. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought they did really well. Normally, when you have a feud that goes on for 4 or 5 matches, pay-per-view wise, you get tired of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Usos and New Day, I wasn't fans of the New Day when they came up at first. Okay, they were doing stupid gimmicks, but now I'm starting to come around the last 6 months or so, or the last year, I should say, really. And them having a feud for so long in so many pay-per-views, and it actually be good, was surprising to me. They make matches sometimes. I mean, yes, the New Day are really good. They help you out. But the Usos have great chemistry. They've been on SmackDown both times for a majority of the time when they were on the brand. I think they make the tag division. And if you combine both Raw and SmackDown, it'd be pretty hard not to say that they had the best title run. Just because of their storylines, their promos, everything. The Usos, in my opinion, are the best tag team on the main roster.
And your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, I think they're a very great team on there and has shown longevity on the main roster, really showing their place and deserving of the championships they won. Yeah, I'd definitely say they were just this much above the B team and Nicholas and Braun Strowman. Those were some other considerations.
Okay. No, they were not.
But realistically, they were a top tier team on the top brand on the main roster right now.
Yes, but of course there was only one undisputed winner that could have been claimed this era.
And this is going to shock the entire voting system.
Yes, it was the Eater of Worlds. No, I'm just kidding.
It was Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
It was the Undisputed Era, of course. Not only having the title from the start to the end, only losing it once, but getting it right back. Definitely such great stuff. Great stuff here. Putting on the best matches, like we've been saying. Really making being champion mean something. Making them want to be champion, want to wrestle, not just run away, but get the wins each and every time. 2018 was their year, without a doubt. We'll see what happens in 2019. Didn't start off good for them, but we never know. Yeah, these guys deserve this accolade. It was amazing. Congratulations. Your thoughts on the Undisputed Era?
Yeah, I didn't. Like I said, I'm not a big NXT guy, but they did have a great run. They had a great match at WrestleMania. I mean, they're going to be a faction to deal with in the WWE Tag Team Division if they're on the main roster, rather Raw or SmackDown. If they are revamping the Tag Team Division, I hope so, because I want these guys to do well on the main roster. They're even with Adam Cole and other guys, yes, that helps them out, but they are good wrestlers, the two that do the tag teaming in this. And one day I would like to see them fight the Usos, because I think they are top dog like the Usos.
No, I mean, they're just a really great team. We showed to what they were in the all the other awards that they ended up winning or being a part of the winning part of there. I think if we put the tag teams to give 4 or 5 runner-ups, they would have been in there another 2 or 3 times. I think back to not the one that we picked there, but the runner-up, and then we have one I don't believe that you got to see the Mustache Mountain versus Undisputed Era on NXT television before the championships got switched around, and what an amazing match that was. Then the ones with very strong style, the other 2 against Mustache Mountain, then everything else you've just been a part of. It was a series of amazing matches that was some of the highest quality of any tag teams in really most of the world. It's kind of difficult to say most of the world. Comparing to other ones, I would even say it's been better than some of the runs I've seen in New Japan comparatively.
Mm-hmm. I can totally see where you're going with that too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, but also like you said, if we had 5 runner-ups, I don't see where their name is not in that match. They had that many great matches. Congratulations, Undisputed Era, for winning the Smarkie for the best tag team. Alright. It's the best woman. Who was the best woman? Well, our runner-up was not Charlotte.
But it does start with a C.
It does. It's not even Asuka. Also only has one name. It was Carmella. She gets that title after the SmackDown after WrestleMania. She beats Charlotte. She beats Asuka 3 times. Yeah. And she puts on 3 really great matches where people, after all that, people don't even think. She has a face turn where she's teamed up with R-Truth, and then she gets herself more over than we would have imagined at the start of the year, which is why she won the Most Improved. But yeah, she did a great year. She had a great year this year, and she almost beat someone, but realistically, no, she didn't. We'll tell you why in a bit. But yeah, Carmella, your thoughts?
No, she's definitely proved herself to be a great talent. Someone showing that she does have a lot of skills and been improving overall and all. And you can't teach that. No. And I do say that because she has gone to outlast both Enzo and Big Cass.
Not only outlast, but actually win gold. Mm-hmm. Something they never could.
Enzo did.
Yeah. We forget about that.
And but yeah, she's been shown to be a very improved talent, and I think if you're looking as a straightforward way or a kayfabe way, you would say that she had a great year overall.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
And I do agree. She had an awesome year. She had a little hiccup when James Ellsworth helped her win the Money in the Bank, but other than that, she did win 3 matches.
Luckily, that wasn't this year.
No, it wasn't. That was 2 years ago. Sorry, but it was still a great run, even with that and a couple other things she did. She won the title. She had that great triple threat match. She's starting to be a really good competitor, and I'm glad they started. I thought they were just gonna throw her under the bus kind of thing and forget about her. But they've shown that she really wants to be part of WWE, and WWE has shown that. So congratulations on being runner-up.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why we did say it wasn't close is because this was our second of the 2 unanimous decisions. Our winner, the best woman wrestler this year WWE has ever produced, it's the man. It's Becky Lynch. What can you say about her massive win streak from the start of the year up into her title shot at SummerSlam? Her heel turn, which actually turned her into the biggest babyface of the company, and the best matches and best feuds this company has seen in quite some time. It had to have been Becky. There's no one else but Becky 6 points out of 6 points. Your thoughts?
Yeah, there's not too much more to say. We've already really covered a lot with Becky, but it's just really more of the same. She's really shown as a great character and really the top number one draw in WWE. So, how about you,
Your
DJ?
thoughts?
There's not much more to say. She had one of the great triple threat matches. We said all of that. She had one of the best heel turns that turned into babyface. So yeah, congratulations on being the best woman in WWE this year.
The best woman, Smarky. Congratulations, Becky Lynch. My personal favorite of the main of any wrestling, really. Yeah. Currently working. Yeah. All right. We're here. We're the final Smarky, and it is the best male wrestler of 2018.
Also, one you won't see coming.
Our runner-up. And we had we had only 6. We had 6 out of whatever the crowd. We had 6 or 5 or whatever. Anyways, we had a tough time figuring out who was getting which spot. And we had a tie for the runner-up.
What?
The only tie for anything. But it was AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan tied for the runner-up position of the best male wrestler this year. Daniel Bryan only just missing out because it wasn't until way late in the year where he really started to get his footing. And AJ Styles, where he had a lot of underwhelming matches, even though he was still really great. 1 out of the 3 matches were fantastic. The other 2 were underwhelming because we know they can do a lot more. But despite that, they are great and they had a great year. Your thoughts on both of the runner-ups?
Yeah, no, it was a good, fantastic year, especially as it went on. I think with AJ when he got his feud with Joe, and then Daniel when he ended up getting the championship and doing the heel turn and all. That's when he kicked in, but they did kick in very strongly. It really became a top tier talent at that time.
With AJ, I didn't like how when he did the Samoa Joe feud, he got his wife involved, and his wife was actually there in part of the backstage segment. I just thought that was a little too much. And even have his kid,
not enough,
or have their kid there, just to me wasn't great. Yeah, you can have families in there, but don't physically bring them on camera. That's just not my thing.
Should have fought for the kids' custody.
But Daniel Bryan. But overall, AJ had a great year. I kind of wish he would have won, but he didn't. There's a more deserving candidate, obviously. We'll get to that in a minute. But Daniel Bryan, if he wouldn't have gotten hurt, he might be the winner in this category, I believe, because he had a great year. If he wouldn't have gotten hurt, he would have been at least by himself in the runner-up category. Because Daniel Bryan had a great year. They had to start him off slow because he was just getting back from injury. But after that, he won the title. I think he's going to keep it for a while. He'll have a great match at WrestleMania and just keep moving on from there.
Yeah, the only reasons, like I said, with AJ is underwhelming, but Daniel didn't really get into his footing until Survivor Series, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Had a very underwhelming feud with Big Cass, which had Big Cass leave the company.
And The Miz.
And that one was good. That's where we started getting to really see, okay, Daniel Bryan's getting back to his thing.
They didn't go far enough with it, though.
Didn't go far enough, correct.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, okay.
And
Thank you.
then the heel turn, and that's where it clicked. That's where like, all right, Daniel. Unfortunately, it was a little too late because this one man was consistent from the start to the end. It's Johnny Gargano, Johnny wrestling himself, starting off with a 5-star match when it comes to the pay-per-views with
Almas.
Yes, Andrade Cien Almas, getting a second one that same year, being in one of the best storyline feuds, having the best hinted at heel turn, and then having that heel turn and having a great match with Aleister Black because of the heel turn. And we're not even getting. This is all in 2018. We're not even getting to the stuff that happened this year so far.
Yes.
Go for it.
Yeah, it was. It's really great. I mean, we talked about. I mean, he's literally the winner and runner-up of the best men's matches.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to not say that he was the top male athlete in WWE this year.
And the runner-up for Breakout Star.
Yeah, runner-up for Breakout Star.
And the winner of the feuds.
Yeah, winner of Best Feud. It's been very Gargano all year round. From the very early build to his number one contendership to his first NXT TakeOver match to every TakeOver afterwards. Just being there and having really strong showings and just really going out and just, winning over the crowd, turning the crowd against him. It is just everything from the promos, backstage segments, the storylines, the matches. It was just all very on point and really excellent and really next level stuff.
100%.
I'd also say that I can't say for Daniel Bryan, I'm not sure, but Johnny ended up getting 2 5-star matches this year, and I think that may end up being more than AJ. I'm not sure how many 5-star matches he had. I definitely know he had one in TNA. The only one that TNA's ever had. I don't know if he's had any other elsewhere. I'm not sure about Daniel Bryan, but that's definitely shows that he's on, a good cut above just, the great or just above average. He's really excellent in wrestling right now.
Yeah, and like we said, we're not even getting into the match that he had this year. So, your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts. He had a great match at NXT TakeOver, the New Orleans Andre.
Well, you're talking about
I'm Tommaso Ciampa, right? He had the how do you say his name again? Andrade. He had a great match against him. I didn't see that live, but he just had a lot of great matches. It was awesome. His promos are awesome. I'm kind of surprised we didn't have Ciampa in there as runner-up, just because Gargano had so many matches with him. You would think he would be easy to put in as runner-up, but
it was close.
But Gargano did do a lot of work outside of those pay-per-view matches. He did a lot of work in the NXT, a lot of promos, and that all factors into this, in my opinion. And he's, as you said, he's won tour. This is his second, right? His second win in the category, and third overall being in the category. Third being in, but
third win. Fourth being in.
Oh, okay. So three wins and 1 runner-up. That ain't too shabby. I mean, great. That means you're a winner. So yeah, that's. That's not why I voted for him, but
3 wins, 2 runner-ups.
Okay, but that's not why I picked him. He was part of my voting just because he is one of the best wrestlers that WWE has to offer. I just hope they use him the way they're supposed to. No. In our opinion, no. I'm not.
Congratulations, Johnny Gargano, for winning the Smarkie for the best male wrestler of 2018. And that's our show. That was the Smarkies. All of our contestants, all of our winners, all of our runner-ups.
Thank you.
And our Hall of Famers. Yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. Next year, hopefully we'll be able to do a lot more with it.
I'll try to have pictures and stuff to go along with it. So yeah.
We'll definitely try to have a crew with us, and we'll be a little bit better dressed and more prepared for it all. And it should happen before Royal Rumble next year. We'll see what happens though, because a year anything can happen. Because who would have thought Carmella would
be on this list at all?
A winner and a runner-up,
right, for
what she was able to be. Any final thoughts on the Smarkies?
We covered a lot.
Yeah, Issa, you did I have to say, Issa, you did a really good job when you announced the runners-up and the winners of why they were picked. You did a really good job on that. I don't know how you.
This is my thing.
I
love the camera. I love being able to present.
And you did a good job. You remembered a lot of the matches the winners and runner-ups were in. A lot of what they did throughout the year. So, congrats to you on that, and congrats to all of our winners. Yes, we will try to do it better. Always trying to make our product better. So please join us. And the way to do that is by.
Well, before we do that, before we do any of that, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give us those sexy, sexy likes.
And the unsexy ones.
And also remember to share to all of your friends.
And enemies.
If you really like what we do, and if you really liked our award show, please hit that subscribe button down below and be a part of the Smarky family. And then ring that notification bell because
we go live every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time to do shows like these, WWE pay-per-views, and non-WWE pay-per-views. And also shooting with the Smarky family. So please join us for anything and everything that we do.
Yeah, and whenever we have our new videos come up, or whenever we have new podcasts or new live events come up, you want to be notified for when it all happens, when it all goes down. So definitely do all that. Follow me on Twitter at IsaJ. Let me try that again, you guys. Follow me on Twitter at IsaJ_STP.
Follow me on Twitter at Liam_SWA.
And follow me at DJC_SEL.
And check out all of our new content that we hope to be coming in this new year. Hopefully bring back more Was It Worth It, more reviews, more everything. Until next time, you guys, it will be awesome.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, just wave goodbye until it hits stop. Until it stops.
See y'all later. It was fun. See y'all again next year.
Oh my gosh.
4 more years. 4 more years.
4 more years. 4 more years.
What is this bull?
There you go. All right. See y'all.